So these are the Apple AirPods 2, and I do have to say I was completely wrong about them. Let me tell you how. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get my next video as soon as it arrives. The original Apple AirPods came out in December 2016, and then in the last couple of months, Apple have released the AirPods 2, which fundamentally look the same, but there are some advances. Now, I've only just recently purchased a pair for the first time. The reason being I always used to find Apple's earphones quite uncomfortable to wear. But I've heard lots of good things about the AirPods, so I thought it was about time I gave them another go. So the model that I've purchased are the Apple AirPods with the wireless charging case. I just didn't think there was much point going for the standard ones. Now in here you do get lots of information about the AirPods, and you get the normal design by Apple in California. Again, they're wrapped nicely and packaged in a way that you will be familiar with if you've bought any other Apple products. These new AirPods have the latest H1 chip in, and as soon as you open up the case it will pop up on the screen, and literally all you need to do is press connect and then you're ready to go. The on-screen display on your phone will give you the battery life of the case and also the AirPods, and when you close the case it also recognises that, and then it will revert to the two AirPods and tell you how much each one has got left in its charge. As you can see here, I've got one at 80 and one at 68. So the main thing that I was worried about were the design and whether they would be comfortable to wear, and I do have to say that with this ergonomic design I was very surprised, because it's almost like you're not wearing them when you put them in. There is no weight to them, but yet they still feel secure. It's a really quite strange feeling. Now, I literally did a test where I was shaking my head, moving it around, almost going upside down, and they still didn't come out. And they still were very comfortable to wear. Now, the comfort thing is sorted. I'm happy with that. But the other thing is looks. I still can't quite decide whether these look good or whether they look a little bit ridiculous. Why don't you leave a comment in the box below and let me know what your thoughts are. Now, a couple of things which obviously I've not had experience of before, because these are my first pair, and so therefore I don't know whether it's faster or not, but the speed in which these connect between devices and switch between devices is very impressive. In fact, as soon as you take them out, it recognises that you're taking them out of the case, it recognises when they're in the ear, and then you get a sound notification come through. And it's almost instantaneous. It really is very fast. I mentioned that these new AirPods have the latest H1 chip, and that's what makes them 1.5 times faster at connecting between devices. They also help improve game latency by lowering it by 30%, and it drives the Hey Siri, so you can connect to Apple's Assistant through your AirPods without the need of a phone. You now have the feature of being able to double tap each AirPod, and that will then relate a command. You can actually have a different command for each AirPod, so the left one will do something and the right one will do something else. Now that could be one of 4 different things, in fact one of 5 different things, because you can also set it to be off. But if you want, for instance, the right double tap to indicate activating Siri, that's what will happen. And if, for instance, you want the left AirPod when you double tap it to play and pause the track, then that's what will happen. Very simple, but a really good feature. There's also the ability to have automatic ear detection, and also the ability to have the microphone set. So you can either have it to automatic, where it will switch between the left and right, or you can have it set to one AirPod only. Okay, so let's summarize the differences between the old AirPods and the new ones. You are getting an extra hour of battery life in terms of talk time, but playing music is actually exactly the same. We all know that the chipset is different, and we've got the new features which we've already discussed in that. The Bluetooth version on the new pair are 5.0, whereas the old ones were 4.2. And now with Siri connection, you've got voice activation. Wireless charging, for me, is a big factor, and it's good that the price obviously stayed the same. But let me know what your thoughts are. If you're an owner of the original AirPods, are you going to bother changing, or are you going to just keep them and then maybe change when it gets to the AirPods 3? Talking of wireless charging, you may want to consider this device here, which is a wireless charging mousepad mat for your iPhone or any QI enabled device. It will also work with your AirPods. I've done a full review and I'll link that up above and in the description. So my friends, in summary, I'm really pleased that I decided to try these again, because what was really holding me back was the comfort factor. Now that is just not an issue. So if you are like me and think that these may be uncomfortable, you might want to try them. I'm really pleased that I did. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you like your AirPods? Are they worth the money or not? Thanks for watching this video as always, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.